Good morning and welcome back to The Point for Tuesday, August 1st. It's a beautiful morning here in Pittsburgh as this year seems to be flying by already. I can't believe we're already in August. But U.S. futures are ripping higher this morning with the Dow up over 100 points after yesterday again saw a mixed basket of results with the NASDAQ taking a dip due to a drop in technology. Tech giants held markets lower, led by Amazon and Tesla both dropping over 3%, while Google and Apple also saw losses. Investors remain wary of Tesla after Elon Musk said employees must be ready for production hell as they attempt to mass produce the Model 3. Strong earnings continues to push markets upward as Apple will report after market close today. Investors are taking a somewhat cautious outlook due to potential delays in the new iPhone introduction. The Stoxx Europe 600 index climbed 0.5%, led by gains in the UK, Germany, and France. The biggest contributor to the advance was oil giant BP after they beat earnings estimates. Asian markets also pushed higher, with the MSCI Asia Pacific gaining 0.6%, led by an advance in Japan, spurred by banks, followed by near 1% gains in South Korea, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. Australia gained almost 0.5%, as the emerging market index saw modest gains, while the all-country world index grew to a record high on a closing basis. The bond market saw small declines, though the biggest news comes from former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan, who claimed no excess in stock prices but sees a bubble in bonds. He says that real long-term interest rates are much too low and therefore unsustainable. When they move higher, they are likely to move reasonably fast. Crude oil advanced for a seventh straight day, up 0.4% to over $50 per barrel, reaching its highest in almost 10 weeks as traders await government data to show extended stockpile declines. Gold fell 0.1%, although it's trading near a 6-month high, while iron ore jumped 3.4% to its highest in more than 4 months. The U.S. dollar stayed sideways as investors await the latest Washington developments, hoping to end its recent slide that's seen its longest losing streak since 2011. The euro saw a small loss, while the British pound advanced to its strongest in more than 10 months. The Aussie dollar remained relatively unchanged, while the yen grew 0.1%, pushing it to a 1.9% gain against the dollar in July. And the Reserve Bank of Australia held the benchmark at 1.5%, but warned that a rising currency is expected to subdue inflation and weigh on the outlook for growth and employment. In politics, it's been a busy week in Washington, as Anthony Scaramucci was removed as White House Communication Director just 10 days after taking the position. This came the same day retired Marine Corps General John Kelly was appointed as Chief of Staff. Ridding of Scaramucci can be seen as a good start to improve discipline in one end of the White House, while others worry of Kelly's lack of experience. Some economic data to be reported today includes personal income, which is expected to have risen more quickly than spending. Also today, the ISM manufacturing gauge may have slipped back in July, with hopes for fiscal stimulus fading. Auto numbers will also be reported today, with total vehicle sales expected to reach 16.8 million. The Eurozone economy grew 0.6% in the second quarter, which matched expectations, leading confidence to the view that the upswing is becoming self-sustained. And UK manufacturing growth accelerated for the first time in 3 months, and the Bank of England is set to give its quarterly inflation report on Thursday. So the markets keep pushing higher. We see good earnings again and again, so we'll have to see what happens from Apple today when they report after the market. Other than that, markets are looking good everywhere. We're seeing good data in Europe, seeing good data in Asia, pushing markets even higher. Although the one area of concern, Alan Greenspan saying that we may be in a bond market bubble, saying that the long-term interest rates are a little too low. So we'll see how the Fed reacts to that in the next year or so as what they're going to do with interest rates. And in sports, we saw kind of a quiet day. We did see the trade deadline yesterday for the MLB. The Pirates got rid of Tony Watson as he went to the Dodgers and acquired Joaquin Benoit from the Phillies, another pitcher. And I think they also picked up a few prospects as they return home tonight against Cincinnati. Sonny Gray joined the Yankees, Yu Darvish went to the Dodgers, and former Pirate Francisco Liriano headed off to Houston. And in golf, Rory McIlroy parted ways with longtime caddy J.P. Fitzgerald after 9 years and 4 major championships. A little shocking there because you would think that duo would be doing things right, but I guess the chemistry wasn't quite there. And that is it for The Point on Tuesday, August 1st, and we will see you tomorrow.